Well, it's been some time since I actually did a whole ranking in one whole video, but I'm gonna give it a shot though. Let's rank all the flicks I watched for the first time in June of 2021 right now. Big Days Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So greetings my fellow YouTubers and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Doyle, better known to as the Big D. So I'm going to be bringing to you another ranking. This time it's going to be the films I watched for the first time ever in the month of June 2021. Well, less than I did the rewatches. I watched 22 movies. Some of these I saw on streaming, some I've seen in the theaters. So it just goes by the way I liked them and my view, and I really enjoyed them. So if you're ready, let's get started. Coming in at number 22 is Extreme Movie from 2008. Yeah, I had the guts to watch this. I found it on Prime. And, well, it was, okay. It wasn't good, though. It was kind of a lesser mixed bag in my view. I mean, we did get to see Michael Cera, Jamie Kennedy. We got to see Matthew Lillard, Frankie Muniz, many others. And this here sex provision, provision version comedy with a teen accent. Well, yeah, it's just a little odd in my view, and I watched its theatrical cut, not unrated cut. So anyway, not much of this movie is likable in my view, especially with this dude who worships President Lincoln, and I don't think you want to know. I ain't gonna talk about that. That was, least favorite part of that. What the fuck? This had too many what the fuck moments. Pardon the use of my strong language in my view. So Extreme Movie's the bottom of the chain. Now coming in at number 21 is Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales from 2017. Now at first I kind of didn't feel comfortable with seeing this, but after I watched it, I feel like it was reasonable, a little step up from the last movie. Now, if you haven't seen the just now released video from my good friend Ogre Boy 1992, he had Kenny Havoc and myself collab on a review of that movie, and well, that was a recent one, but the just now one was a ranking of the movies, and I ranked this film at number 4 over on Stranger Tides. Though Johnny Depp is good to reasonable as Captain Jack Sparrow again. Captain Salazar is a pretty scary type of, maybe not the scariest. Okay. And we do have Jeffrey Rush back as Captain Barbossa, and we have Henry Turner, the son of Will Turner and Elizabeth Swan. And the character Karina Smith was pretty good. So anyway, not really the best Pirates movie. I still feel like they should have just went with just the original trilogy. But overall, it's okay good, but it's not great though. Yeah. So now coming in at number 20 is The Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift from 2006. Now, this is the only film in the franchise I kind of avoided for some time since it came out 15 years ago. But when I decided to go ahead and give it a try since F9 was coming out, and that's still ahead on this ranking, this film's alright in YV. It's my least favorite of the Fast and the Furious franchise. While Lucas Black was pretty good. Some of the characters were just mostly, well, yeah. Still, I can tell you that. Oh yeah, it also has Sun Kang, who would later go on to appear in several other Fast and Furious movies. But this one just kind of not the best. It does have some pretty good speedy thrills, though. And that's about it. That's about all I can say about this one. Now, coming in at number 19 is Puppet Master 2 from 1990. Now, I thought it was pretty good in my view. You will see the first and the third one on here since I watched them for the first time. You can't guarantee which one's going to be higher, but I thought this was pretty good in my view. I mean, I've seen my friends talk about the Puppet Master movies since they're from Full Moon Entertainment, which you may recall back in May I decided to give the Ginger Dead Man trilogy a shot. So apparently, I gotta say, this is really shocking. And anyway, as the puppets hunt down paranormal researchers in an attempt to take their brain fluid for their master, Andre Toulon. Yeah, I thought this was pretty good and what have you, but if I watch again, it might be high. I can't guarantee where I'd rank if I watched all these, but there's too many of these films. But anyway, Puppet Master 2, it was pretty good and pretty shocking and all that jazz you could get for something from Full Moon Entertainment. Now, coming in at number 18 is Queen Bees. Now, I went to the theater and saw this. This isn't too bad of a chick movie. Well, an old chick movie, anyway. Yeah, it's pretty funny in ways. I mean, we having a good cast that included Ellen Burstyn, James Caan, Anne Margaret, Jane Curran, Loretta Devine, Elizabeth Mitchell, and Christopher Lloyd. I must say this was pretty good. I mean, this woman who accidentally burns down part of her house has to go live in this here special place and what have you, and so she makes some friends with this group calls themselves the Queen Bees. Yeah, think of it as Mean Girls, except with older women. Yeah, I think you ought to check it out. If you haven't seen my spoiler-free review of it, you gotta check it out before you go see it, or just check it out on demand. I know it came out on demand the same day it came to theaters. So Queen Bees isn't too bad of a movie. I thought it was pretty good. Now coming in at number 17 is Birdman, or The Unexpected Virtue of Ignorance from 2014. Now, I watched this on Prime with IMDb TV, and that's pretty good. I like Michael Keaton's performance. He was absolutely really good. We also had some pretty good performances from Zach Galifianakis, Edward Norton, and Emma Stone. Let's see, yeah, this was just so much fun. I mean, yeah. About a faded Hollywood actor best known for playing a superhero named Birdman, not to be confused with the Hanna-Barbera character, as he struggles to mount a Broadway adaptation of a short story. Yeah, well, it's not too bad. I mean, I did get a few good laughs out of it, but this was pretty good. It was kind of a dark dramedy, in my opinion, but hey, you don't have to take my word for it. But Birdman is definitely a pretty good movie. I think this would be worth looking into if you haven't seen this award-winning feature. Now, coming in at number 16 is Puppet Master from 1989, the one that started it all. Now, I watched this along with the other two on Prime with Showtime, which I have officially now unsubscribed to. Well, I unsubscribed to Showtime is what I really mean. But anyway, yeah, this is just so shocking what have you. I mean, I did enjoy it a bit. I mean, as much as I liked how well, Chucky came to life in Child's Play, and, well, how we see the darkness, well, and shockingness of thrills of Annabelle later on, but this one focuses on puppets. This was just not too bad. It was pretty good. I really got to see some shocking moments and what have you. Wow. I did enjoy all the characters and what have you. All these puppets. Blade, let's see, Jester, Tuller, Leech Woman. Yeah, those were all real scary puppets and what have you. And they would be seeing other movies as well. So anyway, I just think Puppet Master was pretty good. And it's a pretty scary movie. Now, I'll probably watch some more of these later on since I found some more Puppet Master films on Tubi. So that would be worth looking into, more Puppet Master. Think I should check out some more Puppet Master? I'd say I can probably handle that. Alright, now coming in at number 15 is Addicted to Love from 1997. Now, I have been wanting to see this movie for some time since I heard about it, but never knew this even existed until I read about it. Now, I will say this was an absolute fun-filled, dark romantic comedy. I mean, we got some pretty good performances from Meg Ryan and Matthew Broderick as these two people who try and get their loved ones back by getting a little bit of a revenge on them. Well, Meg Ryan's character especially. Since Broderick's character's ex-gal pal was getting hooked up with Meg Ryan's character's ex-fiance. Yeah, it's just so much fun you could get from this movie. Addicted to Love, I think it's pretty funny and what have you. I'll probably review that down the road. I watched it on Tubi, and what can I say? It was just a lot of fun to watch. I think this will probably make a Meg Ryan ranking if I ever do one. Maybe. We'll see what happens one day in the future. Now, coming in at number 14 is Puppet Master 3, Toulon's Revenge from 1991. Now, this film was pretty good with the addition of another puppet, Six Shooter. Yeah, I will say that this took place where the puppet took on the Nazis and what have you. Those and several others. Yeah, that was pretty darn good and what have you. I just kind of got to enjoy this a bit more because I'm sure a lot of y'all have mixed likings on these here movies. Like I said, I'm kind of new to this series as well, but since I know a lot of my horror fans and friends my horror loving friends have talked about these movies, I just thought I'd check them out just because I was just a little curious. But like I said, I am going to try and watch more of the series down the road. And if I do, maybe one day, maybe possibly this year, I might do some of these as part of my Spooktacular October this year. Stay tuned, we'll see what happens. But Puppet Master 3, it's pretty good. And I like how it takes place during World War II. Yeah, that's why the Nazis were involved. It took place during World War II. I almost forgot. But Puppet Master 3, yeah, it's not too bad. Now, coming in at number 13 is Wrong Turn, 2021. Now, I watched this on Prime with Showtime. And I gotta say, this was pretty good. Now, although I've always seen the original first one, but I need to see the sequel sometime down the road. But this, of course, is supposed to be like the 7th installment of the franchise overall. This was to be called Wrong Turn: The Foundation. Yeah, this film's not too bad. I don't know how I consider it to be the good one, because considering I've only seen the first one and this one, but not the sequels that came in between, though. But I really do think that Wrong Turn 2021, it's pretty good about a group of friends hiking the Appalachian Trail and are confronted by the Foundation. Yeah, really something. Okay, yes, but it's really good in ways. Well, maybe not good, but it comes close to being good. But anyway, Wrong Turn 2021, it's pretty shocking and what have you. I like the traps that are set out. Boy, some of them hurt like, well, you know. But anyway, that's Wrong Turn 2021. Now coming in at number 12 is The Hitman's Bodyguard from 2017. While I have not seen its sequel, Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard, maybe when it comes to Physical Mia, I will. I will say this was a blast. Ryan Reynolds and Samuel L. Jackson are absolutely a great team in this. And I especially did enjoy Gary Oldman. This is the bad guy. Definitely pretty good. I know the sequel's gotten dissed and what have you, but hey, maybe, like I said, I will try and watch it when it comes to Physical Mia, or if it's at a reasonable price to rent on Prime. We'll see what happens. But anyway, this film was just absolutely action-packed and got a ton of laughs, especially from Jackson, just like what I got from him in Snakes on a Plane. Yeah, Hitman's Bodyguard's pretty darn awesome, and, well, it was just so much fun. Some of it kind of wasn't, I didn't feel too thrilled with, though, but, well, some music playing certain scenes, though, but overall, it's still a pretty good movie. Now, coming in at number 11 is Tonya, also from 2017. Now, this film kind of really surprised me. I mean, of course, this is a film about Tonya Harding and what have you. And, well, how she got into that little predicament and what have you. And her attack on Nancy Kerrigan, what have you. Well, you know, anyway, Margot Robbie did an absolutely good job on playing Tonya Harding. Allison Janney, is that right? Yeah, as her mother, really good. Sebastian Stan did pretty good in this. I'm just gonna say it was really funny. Of course, this film was directed by the same guy who would later go on to direct Disney's recent hit Cruella. So I think I, Tonya is a pretty good black comedy. I watched it on Prime with Showtime. I think it's a pretty good one overall. And now for the top 10. Number 10 is Step Brothers from 2008. Now, I didn't feel like I would watch this. I mean, even though after I had been going to church so much, I decided to just stay away from raunchy flicks and what have you. But soon I decided to give it a shot since it was on Amazon Prime. And I watched the theatrical cut of the movie, and I just saw they had the unrated cut now, too. But I sincerely doubt I'll watch it. Step Brothers isn't too bad than I had anticipated. Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly are an absolute comic team. I just gotta say, it's just really fun in my view. I mean, those two were comical, just like how they were in Talladega Nights, the Ballad of Ricky Bobby. Oh, wow. It's just so much fun to watch. It did pretty well. But it was just plumb crazy. But I guess I wouldn't mind watching this again, maybe another day or in the future. You never can tell. Number 9 is Peter Rabbit 2, The Runaway. Now, I went and saw this in theaters, although this was supposed to come out last year, but because of the pandemic, I'm just gonna say we finally get this. I will say it's a lot more fun than the first one is. Got most of the cast back, except maybe for a few, but once again, Will Gluck is back as the director in this, and James Corden did an absolutely good job on voicing Peter again. Everyone else was good too. I mean, If you go see this, I think you'll learn a real good lesson from this movie. I'd say it's pretty much a good, fun hop up from the first one. Yeah, hop up, step up. Yeah, but Peter Rabbit 2, The Runaway, that's definitely a pretty fun movie. I think your kids, or perhaps even the whole family, will enjoy as long as you go see it in your theater. Well, you still can, of course. Now, back to the countdown. Number 8 is Black Swan from 2010. Now, I never expected that I would like this either, but boy, it was shocking. This is definitely a shocking thriller and what have you. I like the direction we got from Darren Aronofsky, and it's just so much incredible. Natalie Portman does an excellent job in this movie. Mila Kunis is really good in this as well. And what can I say? This was just a real shocking flick. I mean, now this was on IMDb TV, which of course I watched with Prime. I watched this before I watched Birdman. But I gotta say, this is just wow. And boy, some of it's shocking moments in one of you. What happens with Portman's character. You may know what happens. Oh, wow. It's just, yeah, pretty shocking. But still, I think Black Swan was pretty enjoyable. I really thought it was pretty good. I might review that sometime down the road. Who knows? This film would go on to earn numerous award nominations and possibly some wins too. Excuse me, everyone. But Black Swan, I liked it. Number 7 is Bandidas from 2006. Now, I've heard of this movie, but never did get a chance to find it somewhere to watch. But after watching it, I thought this was the coolest kick-ass chick flick I had ever seen that I really missed out on. Penelope Cruz and Salma Hayek, they were absolutely incredible in this. Steve Zahn's in this, he's pretty good too. I liked how it takes place long ago back in 1848 and what have you. This was kind of like a western action-packed comedy chick flick. Boy, if my pop was still alive, I bet he would have loved to see this. Or maybe not. I know my pop was mostly a John Wayne or old school westerns person, but still, he would have liked seeing a western chick flick, you know. But wow, I watched this on Tubi, and what can I say? Bandidas, this is kind of an underrated film and what have you. I don't think a lot of y'all heard this, but I'm pretty sure if you have, this is one flick I'd recommend you check out. I think it's a pretty fun-filled flick from start to finish. I mean, I ain't seen the likes of comedy in the Old West since Shanghai Noon. Still, Bandidas is a pretty awesome flick. Number 6 is A Cinderella Story, If the Shoe Fits, from 2016. Now, after a bit of a hiatus after Once Upon a Song, this franchise managed to come back, and, well, this was a big redemption. This was probably the second best film in the franchise. You'll find out when I do a ranking and a review of the franchise. I decided to review the franchise next month. Just stay tuned for my schedule, and you'll find out where they'll wind up. Because I'm going to try and review this series since there's a brand new one out now called A Cinderella Story Starstruck. But back to this movie. Sophia Carson was absolutely great in this. I liked Thomas Law's performance in this. But it was the wicked stepmother played by Jennifer Tilly. Yeah, she definitely was a good wicked stepmother. I really loved it. The music's pretty good too. I think this is a big improvement over the other 3. I mean, even though I like the first one, but the other 2 aren't factually bad and all. They're hit or miss. But A Cinderella Story, if the shoe fits, is definitely good. I really like how they wanted to try and get someone to win the role to be in the play of Cinderella, which that was really something. But A Cinderella Story, if the shoe fits, definitely very good. Top 5 now. Number 5 is F9, which has now become the biggest opening for a movie so far this year, being out A Quiet Place Part 2 with a good 70 million opening. Very impressive. But anyway, I went and saw this, and what can I say? It was a blast. I mean, despite the mixed reviews in my view, which I'm completely understanding in my view, but I'll have to take my word for it. I loved it. It just could have. Well, the character of Roman was kind of had a few mishaps, but that was kind of one of my biggest negatives in some of the humor. But most of its humor was pretty hysterical, though. I just got a good lot of laughs and a good load of action and fun. So, Vin Diesel, everybody, Michelle Rodriguez, oh wow, everybody was good. And, well, John Cena was pretty good. So, anyway, I think F9 is a pretty awesome movie. You gotta check out. And hopefully, I wish it the best of luck. That'll do well. And hopefully recover more of the pandemic occurrences that's happened over the year until Black Widow comes out. Number 4 is Wish Dragon. Now, this came out on Netflix, and what can I say? This is another pretty good movie from Sony Pictures Animation. Probably not one of the best, since I liked their previous attempt, The Mitchells vs. the Machines. But still, this is pretty good. Kind of think of this as Aladdin, but set in the present day and in China and what have you. Oh, wow. This film just was so hysterical and what have you. A teen encounters well, an old teapot which has a dragon that can grant wishes and what have you. Yeah, that's like a little bit like Aladdin in ways, but even so, I think Wish Dragon is definitely a hysterically fun-filled movie. I thought the voice acting was pretty good, and the animation wasn't too bad. Story, enough said about it. Wish Dragon's pretty good. You should check out my spoiler-free review of that if you haven't. It's already got over 10 views now, so that's good. Alright, here we go. Back to this ranking. Number 3 is Arthur from 1981. The original classic starring the late great Dudley Moore in the title role. I got to say, he was absolutely very funny in this. Liza Minnelli was really funny in this as well. And the rest of the cast isn't too bad too. I'll be reviewing this movie later on this month for its 40th anniversary. And like I say, I thought it was just so much fun. I've not seen the remake though, and I doubt I would because, well, Russell Brand's okay, but I'd say he's nowhere as good as Dudley Moore. Dudley Moore's much more funnier in this. Yeah. The story of an alcoholic billionaire playboy must marry a woman he does not love or he will be cut off from his big $750 million fortune. But soon he falls in love with a poor waitress. But even so, Arthur is absolutely funny. I have seen this movie I watched this on Tubi, and it's absolutely very funny. So, it was just so much fun. Alright, for the final 2. Number 2 is Luca, Disney and Pixar's newest animated feature. I feel like this should have came to theaters, but they sent it to Disney Plus. Still, Pixar didn't feel too thrilled with that, but I can understand. But nevertheless, Luca was definitely a great movie. While not probably Disney and Pixar's best, but still very good and what have you. I really loved the characters and, well, the atmosphere around Italy. Yeah, this was really something. I think Disney and Pixar has gotten another winner, even though it may not come to theaters, but nevertheless, it still had a pretty good set of voice acting cast members that include Jacob Tremblay, and, well, who voiced the title character, and Jack Dylan Grazer. Yeah, Luca's definitely a fun-filled movie, and if you've not seen it on Disney Plus yet, I'd highly recommend it. Or there's always the chance they'll put it on physical media. I think if Soul can do it, I think Luca can do it. Alright? Luca is definitely a very good movie. Again, not one of Disney and Pixar's best, but it manages to pull off some good stuff. I really did enjoy it. And now, number one is In the Heights. While despite this film had a humiliating opening at the box office, this film, I feel like it should have done better, considering it got good response in my view, but since it was playing simultaneously in theaters and on HBO Max, well, nobody's perfect. But even so, I really got a good feeling from this. I mean, I loved everything in this. The choreography, the music, the characters, the story, the atmosphere, etc., 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 etc. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm getting a little tongue-tied. Etc., etc. Yeah, definitely a good movie based on, of course, the Broadway musical from Lin-Manuel Miranda, directed by John M. Chu, the guy who gave us Crazy Rich Asians. But I gotta say, as much as I liked Hamilton last year, this film just took the cake. This is probably the best movie musical I had seen in years. Though I have seen others, but not much on the big screen, though. But this one, again, just took the cake. In the Heights, I loved it. It was so incredible. It was amazing. Enough said. So that's going to wrap up the June first times watch. So what did you think of this ranking? Please tell me what you thought about in the comment section below. If you like this video, click the like button below, subscribe to my channel, and be a part of the Big D Nation. And stay tuned for my July schedule coming up. And thank you for watching. And if you like this, you may want to check out some of these other recent vids. The upper left-hand corner is the first half of my June rewatches ranking, or you can see part 2 of that ranking in the upper right hand corner, or if you like, catch the instant replay of my latest Q&A in the bottom left hand corner that I did last night. And the bottom right hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.